Why is Tesla stock down 5% today in one single day after going up for 8 days every single day? There are multiple reasons, but when we look at the markets today, they are down, although not that much. But S&P 500 is actually up a tiny little bit, so what is going on? When we look at just EV stocks only, we will see every single EV stock is down. For example, even BYD stock is down 3.5%, just like pretty much everything else today. Well, this is certainly not helping stocks. US December Consumer Price Index revised to plus 0.1% month over month from negative 0.1%. This no doubt increases fears of interest rates going up. For example, the predicted Fed terminal peak rate jumped from 4.9 to 5.13%, which is where it was stuck for months. And now it is at 5.33%. So, yeah, stocks are down. At least growth stocks. I personally like this buying opportunity, and I hope that Tesla stock keeps going down so I can load up a whole bunch more. Another reason why Tesla stock is down today, after such a sudden rally, there will be some profit taking, so Ross does have a good point here. Also, in China, everything was down, so that contributes to Tesla a little bit as well. Also, look at this trend that has been happening lately with Tesla stock.
Starting to come off a little bit into the end of the week, but I wanted to point out the trend we've seen since the end of last year from 100, and then look at how every $10 on the way up we stopped and paused. Most recently we gapped up about $25, and you can see how we're consolidating around 195.
2023 Tesla Model 3 and Model Y rear-wheel drive versions, the prices have been increased in Australia. Not by much though, only by $400. However, this sort of tells me that what Tesla just did in China was because they have a little bit more demand than they would like, and therefore they increase prices. Because if you just want to scare people into buying vehicles, I think you would only increase the price of just one single trim, and maybe by less than how much they increased it here. Now, people may say, oh, that's such a small increase. It has no effect on the bottom line, to which I would say, well, not so fast. Let's say Tesla increases pricing for about half of all of the vehicles that Tesla will sell this year. Let's just round numbers up to 1 million vehicles. And let's say an average price increase is $300. That is $300 million of pure profit. It's not a very large amount, but it's not completely insignificant. Gary Black noticed that there is the 4680 battery pack Model Y available with a structural battery pack, and that it is $4,000 cheaper. He was also wondering if these vehicles are sold nationally or just basically locally in Texas. It has been happening for a while where Tesla actually ships these vehicles to other states and then they sell them there. And there's a comment here that specifically they call reservation owners to see if they want to switch to this model. There was a jump in inventory because Tesla dumped a whole bunch of these 4680 Model Ys on the market. But when you look at the hourly data, you can clearly see that the inventory level for Model Ys is coming down fast. Troy replies to Gary Black saying that Giga Texas never stopped making them and that the production is at about 1,000 per week. Dylan Loomis says from Electrified, the YouTube channel, he says that his source is saying that the production is closer to maybe about 750 per week. But I do have to say that I like Troy's source on this better because it's sort of public, like really public. Tesla said that they produce enough cells, 4680 cells, to make 1,000 vehicles per week. Troy also believes that currently we have 10 times more Model Ys than however much the inventory trackers are saying, because Tesla only displays one vehicle per location with the exact same configuration, which I would say that really works in Tesla's favor currently. Because look at how fast it's coming down. That means sales are really strong for Model Ys. JB Straubel was on TV today as well, who used to be the number 2 for Tesla.
JB, you talked about many years of planning. March the 1st, we get Master Plan Part 3 from your friend and former colleague Elon Musk. Actually, is he a current colleague? Is Tesla a customer of Redwood Materials?
Well, we don't have any partnership with Tesla that I can talk about today, but I would say, Elon is very much a friend. I'm still rooting for Tesla. I think it's a fabulous company, and they've clearly been the leader in this entire movement, and really remain so.
The way he said it sounds to me that there is some sort of partnership between his company and Tesla, or that there is going to be some sort of partnership. He said, there's nothing that basically I can talk about right now. So the way he said it makes me wonder what's actually going on. If you didn't know, Redwood Materials, basically they recycle batteries. And in the near future, this is going to be quite a challenge that Tesla will need to face and solve. We know what deliveries were for China-made Tesla vehicles, but today we now know what the production is like in green right here. Now, in December and January, the factory was not operating. In December, it was shut down because of the virus. And in January, that's because of the New Year, Chinese New Year. So the numbers, I would say, are okay. However, we want to pay close attention to the next month. The next month is going to be revealing. So let's see what happens here in February. Also, Tesla needs the compact in China. Tesla Megapacks will power the largest energy storage project in Canada. I'm pretty happy about that as a Canadian. This project, in terms of revenue estimated, is equivalent to almost 8,000 Model Y long ranges. Roughly 257 megapacks will be used in this project. So megapacks are a big deal. This is an important tweet from today. If you look at this chart, Tesla automotive cost of goods sold per unit, you can see that the trend was clearly down, and then it sort of stabilized here. But then notice how inflation went crazy in 2021. So it started around here, and here is the first bar in 2021 for Tesla's cost of goods sold. So you want this number to go down. It was flat, which means that in real terms, the costs actually went down because inflation went way up. That is very good. Just like Tesla's dog mode, it works quite well. Actually, very well. If you have a dog, you will absolutely love it. We also have this report that says Tesla accelerates to avoid a massive car crash. And it specifically says that the Tesla vehicle suddenly started to accelerate on its own. I'm not really sure if it indeed accelerated by itself, but look at this crash. Whoa. If the Tesla vehicle did accelerate by itself, wow, that's quite something. I mean, this would have been really bad. Also, don't worry, the driver survived the crash. Here's something interesting I found. Factors driving luxury consideration. You know that people still do not understand what Teslas really are, then Tesla does not even make it to the top 3 for safety. Lexus is number 1, and then there's no Tesla. I mean, it's literally a company that makes the world's safest vehicles. Tesla was ranked number 2 in driving performance, and then number 1 for fuel efficiency. Duh, okay, at least they know that much. And then for technology, of course, number 1, and then for prestige, sophistication, number 3. Tesla is about to expand its insurance business internationally, which is really good. It's not so much about making money from insurance itself, it's more about making Tesla vehicles cheaper overall to own. The US Department of Transportation next week will detail final requirements that all electric vehicle chargers must meet to be eligible for funding under the $7.5 billion effort to electrify highways, which is good for Tesla, of course. Tesla will simply need to open all of the chargers to everyone, though, which, remember, Tesla will also make money from other EVs being charged at Tesla charging stations. This story is from Reuters, by the way. And this is the Tesla stock buying opportunity explained by Elon Musk. My name is Matt Postis. Like and subscribe if you haven't yet, and I will see you in the next video.